No way, but we're here at Money in the Bank, and we may look like we're not in the Performance Center, but we have moved to an arena in Baltimore, Maryland, where Money in the Bank was currently supposed to happen. We're going to kick off the show, which seems like you saw the return on NXT last week. Alex Riley winning the NXT television champion from Rusev, and after that match, we saw Rusev caught up with William Regal demanding a rematch, and that's why this match is going to take place right here tonight. It's kicking off the match. How's everyone doing? I'm Jim Ross, and it's a little mixture here of NXT and AEW. We have two commentary tables up in the Sky booth, away from the action. But I'm Jim Ross. Alongside me is Taz, and on the other side is Muro Nalo. Muro, say your hellos. Hello, and please say hello to Nigel McGuinness. We're going to be commentating this NXT and AEW action on the day, and we're going to kick off with a title match. We're going to take it to JoJo, who's inside the ring.
NXT Television Championship.
And everyone, check their calendar today because it is Happy Rusev Day. Here comes the Bulgarian Brute, kicking it off live in Baltimore, Maryland, and Rusev doesn't look very happy after shockingly losing this title to Alex Riley. We know Alex Riley has already been on the scenes of NXT when his protege was The Miz, and you saw how The Miz treated him when Alex Riley first arrived on the scenes. He just treated him like he was there. He was his manager. Alex Riley helped The Miz so many times during The Miz career. Like when The Miz won Money in the Bank, he was there. When The Miz cashed in the title on Randy Orton, he was there. And The Miz just kept downgrading him. Until one day Alex Riley just blew up. But we had some unfortunate news. We have some unfortunate news. AEW Women's Champion Charlotte has relinquished her title. She was supposed to be in the match tonight against Shayna Baszler, but she has an apparent arm injury, and she's going to be out for some time. From our doctors saying about most in probably 6 to 7 months.
It looks like we have quite the contest coming up. And good luck to those who have to follow this one. They're going to need it.
Introducing the challenger from Bulgaria.
Welcome everyone to Money in the Bank 2020 here, live from Baltimore, Maryland, and you guys just now tuning in. It's great to tune in actually because the show has just got up on the air here, and at this time here we're looking at inside the ring here. We're looking at a matchup between Rusev and Alex Riley. If everyone who hasn't been wondering who is this guy here, his name is Alex Riley. If everyone remembers Alex Riley, is up currently. And but this matchup here might be a great one. We've seen Alex Riley for quite some time now, as this is for the NXT Television Championship here. As the referee giving Rusev one glance at the championship, as Alex Riley might be having his last chance on holding the championship here. And the bell, before the bell rings here, we're going to see some sportsmanship coming out of these fans here. And they're getting ready to go. The match is underway.
All about. If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again. Rusev with a running super kick.
And now,
he finished the job.
Rusev in command here is picking up. Oh, man, with a big kick right there to Alex Riley. Down he goes. Running super kick by Rusev is now Rusev opening up the attention right now on Alex Riley here. Rusev looking forward to being an NXT television champion right now. And it's already been said and done, and Rusev is going to win the Cruiserweight, the NXT television championship just in the nick of time, man. This match has not even gone over a minute, and Rusev already took the win.
Here is your winner and new
Rusev is your new NXT television champion. This match has probably just lasted for only maybe 40 seconds.
The card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
That match certainly lived up to the expectations of what you would see here at Money in the Bank.
Rusev holding up the NXT television championship as he came in this matchup.
Up next will be teams battling in a showdown for the ages. This is going to be huge.
In this matchup here,
in a match that is sure to not disappoint.
Just beating Alex Riley like that, man, I don't know what to say. That's how you kick off NXT. You kick off NXT Money in the Bank with a bang, just like that. And now coming out next year, you guys don't want to miss this one right here. NXT Tag Team Championships will be on the line coming up here next. It's going to be the prime time players. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young going in the tag team matchup here against the Viking Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I did not realize how quick of a match that was, but here comes the primetime players. We saw these guys knock off the NXT Tag Team Champions a week before the Money in the Bank, but can they do it again with the titles on the line and it's up in the sky? You have to get a ladder and climb your way up to retrieve the titles, beclaim NXT Tag Team Champions. Now, I said this on NXT. These two had never been NXT Tag Team Champions. They both came up in NXT when the titles weren't even on the brand. They was with pros and rookies, getting trained by the pros and doing challenges around the ring. But now, when they got caught up to the card, won some tag team gold, but something like the NXT titles they haven't won. And the guys who are holding them are a very, very tough team to beat. You may can beat them once, but you can't beat them twice. And here comes Hanson and Ivar, the Viking Raiders. They're the team that sent the Undisputed Era, who's on a tear on SmackDown. We saw Adam Cole arrive there, defeating the WWE Champion CM Punk. Then we saw Roderick Strong knock off the Limitless, bask in his glory, Keith Lee and Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, defeating the SmackDown Tag Team Champs Miz and Morrison. Shout out to the Undisputed Era making a tear just over there on SmackDown. But right now, this tag team matchup is about to get intense. Ladder matches change you. Talk about the historic ladder matches like that fatal four-way, the Dudleys, not the triple threat match, the Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian put on the show in front of that crowd. Remember when Jeff Hardy was hanging on the titles in the air with no ladder, Edge speared him all the way down to the ring. You hear the war chants throughout the arena. It's damn ready about to be some more in the middle of this ring. Saw Rusev just won the title just And the snap of a finger, another title being defended on the line here. The second matchup of the card. Primetime players looking to become the first time NXT champs. The referee rings the bell. This match is underway. Hanson takes down his own teammate right out the gate. Titus, now he takes down Darren Young. And now the girl on the right, guys, see Ivor with a reversal into a net breaker. And Hanson just taking control. Another fly across body to Darren Young. We saw Darren Young, he was busted open on NXT, just the blood flowing from his forehead, and I don't know how he competed and stayed in that matchup. That's what a fighting champion is, like Darren Young. You see Titus O'Neil scoop slam to Ivar.
Beautiful technique. The challenger's taking on
and we got so much more installed. As I got word from William Ringo that Sheamus will be defending his title on the line against the guy who he defeated at NXT TakeOver Japan, Andrade. And the men's Money in the Bank ladder match is to come later on tonight. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, we already revealed the names. Gonna reveal them again. It's Bayley, Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and Amber Moon. Now that night, a lot of women, but five women hunting for an opportunity to grab a briefcase, and they can cash in that briefcase anytime, anywhere. And you see the ladder brought up to the match and the shoulder takedown by Darren Young.
A lot of people are saying the champion has never looked better, but that doesn't mean we can't see.
We're live in Baltimore, Maryland, and oh my God, that belly to back suplex by Ivor to Darren Young. You see Hanson just hitting the ladder, even though his teammates try to pick up Darren Young. You see Hanson, the first guy, to set up a ladder here, going up the ladder. Ivar's trying to stop him. Darren Young punches the gut, and look at Hanson going up for the titles. Darren Young comes up to stop him, punch him in the gut over and over. Titus O'Neil needs to get up there. Titus O'Neil sees Darren Young just dies. And now here comes Titus O'Neil up the ladder, up the rungs. And oh my God, bashes Hanson's face right into the... Now Hanson bashing his face into a back and forth. These guys go on top of the ladder. This is a very dangerous sight. And you see Hanson is getting double teamed by the primetime players as Titus O'Neil's now the only one on the ladder going after the titles, and Ivar stops him. Hanson gets back to his feet and is climbing back up the ladders. Titus O'Neil and Hanson remain on there. Strikes him down. Hanson is now trying to go up for the titles. He thought he was the only man up, but Darren Young now pulls him off the ladder. Darren Young with a big kick across the face. Now Darren Young sees this opportunity to go climb up the ladder and retrieve the NXT Tag Team titles. You know, Ivar just immediately pushes that ladder down, and Hanson catches Darren Young, and down goes Darren Young. Look at Titus O'Neil fighting back with a knee to the gut of Ivar. And now Ivar is sending Titus O'Neil flying outside the ring. The Viking Raiders taking full control of this matchup. Now Hanson's going back up. And oh my God, Darren got that knee into the face. May have busted open Titus O'Neil to look like he did. Hanson's the only guy who's up retrieving the titles, and I think we want to see the guys keep the titles. Hanson is trying to hook the titles. You see Darren Young's trying to get up, and Hanson's still making his way to grab the titles. And the Viking Raiders are still the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Now let's look back at that amazing action.
That was a very quick, short matchup. Short-lived matchup for both sides of NXT. The first two matches, just a snap of a finger like that. But still to come, who is Shayna Baszler reportedly going to be facing on the night to replace the injured Charlotte? Who's going to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match? We're going to be seeing that later on. And who is Sheamus going to keep his title? Is the Hardys going to defend it, keep their titles? They facing Chavo Guerrero and the newly required Paul Heyman God, Ted DiBiase Jr. Ivar Hansen knocking off the primetime players here in Baltimore. This Money in the Bank may be short-lived, but this rivalry is not short-lived. Cedric Alexander, Cody Rhodes have been at each other's guts for months now. Can this rivalry end here in Baltimore, Maryland? Money in the Bank, we'll find out next. We're back after the two quick-lived short NXT matches. Now it's time for the AEW side of the matches.
United States Championship.
Here comes a very red-hot Cedric Alexander. We saw Cedric Alexander knock off so many people on AEW, and this is a great guy to watch when he's in the ring. This guy knows how to get through all the pain. He knows how to twist his body up in the air and just keep fighting towards he don't hit till he hears the bell. He doesn't stop. But this rivalry between Cody Rhodes and himself have gone way too far. Very long time these two have been jawing at it at AEW. What is it going to take for these two to just stop bickering? Well, I'll tell you, JR, someone has to win here. We saw Cedric beat Cody. We saw Cody beat Cedric. We saw Cody attack Cedric. We saw Cedric attack Cody. The same thing over and over again in any other rivalry. But it's going to end here tonight. And here comes a generation superstar, the son of the late, great, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Here comes Cody. We know Cody changed his whole new persona after leaving a certain company, WWE. You know, he just traveled the world, and he said this gimmick right here, this guy, Cody Rhodes, is just the better version of him. You see the title, AEW United States Championship around the waist. For guys who held that title like Neville, Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander. So many guys held that title. What did that title even mean? How prestigious? It's only been a few months in AEW and everyone thinks it's so prestigious. Well, yes, almost every title is prestigious in any other wrestling business. Almost every and any title you want to go after is prestigious because of the guys who won it. But we're going to take it inside the ring to JoJo to introduce our competitors.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Let's not forget Cedric Alexander won probably the biggest match of his career at WrestleMania, knocking off who was the current AEW United States Champion, RVD.
16 pounds. He is the AWA United States Champion, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, generation superstar. I'm just getting word from Money himself, Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon announces this SmackDown there would be a Gold Rush tournament to face the WWE Champion at SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. CM Punk or Adam Cole might have to take notes. As you know, CM Punk and Adam Cole are in matches tonight. CM Punk defends that title against Adam Cole. Cedric Alexander, Cody Rhodes, the referee rings the bell. This rivalry gets to be ended and squashed here tonight in Baltimore, Maryland. What a clothesline, a vicious clothesline by Cody Rhodes. And these two have been at each other ever since but this AEW United States titles, I look at it over from the skybox, I see it from here. That title does maybe look like it has some changes to it, may need to be changed, just face first into the steel steps. Both these guys not caring if the action has to happen inside the ring. Oh my God, a super kick to Cody Rhodes onto the floor. Referee's at a count of 4. Oh my God, face first into the floor.
Beautiful technique.
Still getting more word on that Shane McMahon Gold Rush to find out the new #1 contender for the WWE Championship in the next SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. 12 men will be participating in the tournament. Cody Rhodes was getting dragged by Cedric. He comes with the elbows into the gut and now lifts Cedric up. What a reversal by Cedric going behind Cody. Cody now Irish whips Cedric into the corner, drop kick in the lower back. And now Cody finally gets to lift up Cedric and plants him down.
What a stop. Good grief. A knee drop. Boom, what impact.
And Cody Rhodes with a knee into the head of Cedric Alexander. He just sits in the corner while laughing at Cedric. And now Cedric gets taken toward the corner again, but he moves out the way just in time. Cody Rhodes gets full turnbuckle, but comes back with an elbow. And clothesline Cedric Alexander out on the floor. Cedric Alexander may be in a world of trouble. He's not finding no momentum. We'll usually see a fired up Cedric at the start of almost every matchup. Oh my God, what a move onto the floor.
The champ's on the defensive now.
Cedric Alexander knows he has to have this match finish in the ring with a flying elbow by Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes just wiping his feet. And now this vicious head crank by Cody Rhodes. Cody's just turning the neck in a way the neck cannot be turned or snapped in any direction, going for the first pinfall of the matchup, and only gets a 1.5 count, almost a 2. Rage in the Cage, the WWE Champion, will be in the Hell in a Cell at that. Oh my. Shane McMahon making moves during our all 4 pay-per-view, while all 4 Battle of the Brands. Cody Rhodes again going for the cover. It only gets a 2 count.
Too soon.
Cody Rhodes throws Cedric over and has him in the headlock here. In the middle of the ring, Cedric gasping for air. Like I said, we haven't seen Cedric on fire at all this matchup. Cody Rhodes maybe took his time and watched Cedric matches. We haven't saw no momentum from the hot man himself. And a drop kick into the blower back again by Cody. And here comes Cedric with the elbow. Now Cedric has Cody in the headlock and doesn't mean do nothing out of it.
No, reverses it.
And now Cedric lifts Cody up, but Cody reverses, going behind Cedric with a strike into the back. Cedric gets lifted up in the air. Cody Rhodes looking for the Alabama slam.
He's got him covered.
Going for the cover. 2 and 3. Cody Rhodes is still the AEW United States Champion.
No doubt it was a good one. Here's another
Title
look.
changed hands only once tonight. But the 2 men who walked in Money in the Bank are walking out with their titles still. This rivalry has now finally come to an end as Cedric Alexander ends his hot start here on AEW. And the man to do it is one of the guys who's been beefing with for the last 2 months. Who's going to be the next opponent for the American Dream? Cody Rhodes. Or American Nightmare. Cody, oh my God, Cody viciously just taking the title away.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in thrilling fashion. If that's the type of action we're going to get all night long, I can't wait to see the rest of the card unfold. What a way to kick off.
Cody Rhodes saying, you want some? Bring it. Cody Rhodes leaving Baltimore, still the champ. Cedric Alexander walking with his head down. Coming up next, we have the AEW Tag Team Champions being defended on the line. Coming up next.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on AEW weights. Here comes Chavo Guerrero. We saw Chavo return a few weeks ago stating that he's a new changed man and that he has one guy behind his back, one guy that believes he's going to do it all here on AEW. And that man was Paul Heyman. You see the shirt, but the guy who is his teammate, they knocked off the Hardys last time on AEW in the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Him and Ted DiBiase knocked off the Hardy Boys. Now they're getting a shot at AEW Tag Team Gold. We saw the NXT team of the Viking Raiders retain their gold against the Prime Time Players. And now another tag team titles are on the line. And here comes Ted DiBiase. You see the shirt on him. He's a Paul Heyman guy. Another generation superstar. His dad, Ted DiBiase.
It seems to me that these superstars want nothing more than to get their hands on one another.
Oh shit. Ted DiBiase coming over from NXT wasn't being used at all over there on NXT. Nice. Came over to AEW for better promises. But here comes Team Extreme, Jeff and Matt. See the title being held over the rings here. They're not going to be around the waist of the Hardys. A ladder match. And again, these guys have to climb the ladders to retrieve the titles. And these actually plays out in the Hardys' favor. They grew up doing ladder matches. Hell, Jeff loves to jump off a ladder every time. He loves to jump off anything and everything he sees. Hell, they might put him on the truck right there on the stage and jump off that tall ladder. But the titles are in the rings. Not a false count anywhere matching around. Wish it was. But the Hardys have been around ladders forever. The AEW World Tag Team Champions up in the sky, and Chavo and Ted DiBiase looking to take over a tag team division that's been taken over by the Hardys. And the referee rings the bells. We got more. Look at Ted DiBiase sneakily just going out the ring, going for a ladder. As we just got word from commercial break, Shane McMahon is probably in talks with Eric Bischoff. He wants them to throw it away to SmackDown Women's and Raw Championship and make it undisputed. So you're going to see the champion on both shows on the exclusive episode, and Matt Hardy and Ted DiBiase fighting outside the ring. Chavo Guerrero, Jeff Hardy inside the ring. Hopefully this ladder match covers up what happened the first ladder match. We didn't see much at all. We thought a ladder match would mean bodies everywhere, bodies being thrown, people falling off the ladders, everything, going for all, putting their bodies on the line, doing what it takes to win the titles.
You gotta believe this one's over. The challenger's starting to slow down a bit here. At this point, it's all about how he responds and potentially rebounds. I think a lot of people right now are scratching their heads wondering how he let this match get so out of hand. What a stomp. Good grief. Devastating.
Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy and Ted DiBiase traded blows. Sorry I'm getting so off. I'm just watching this match here, trying to watch some good matchups. You know, the first three didn't really bring any excitement into the arena.
Everything in his power not to let this get out of hand. Good God, what a knee. Man, Jeff Hardy crashes.
And you see Chavo throw Jeff out the ring, and now Jeff is...
He's in trouble. He can't withstand one bit more.
Chavo off the top rope. Jeff misses. Matt Hardy threw Ted DiBiase away from him. Now he's putting a ladder in the ring, going up, maybe to go up for the titles. Jeff Hardy getting dropped onto the floor by Chavo. Here comes Ted DiBiase back in the ring.
Harsh impact.
Delivering a knee into the rib cage of Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy's now crawling to his knees, trying to get up to the titles. Ted DiBiase is the guy up there. Here comes Jeff in the ring. Oh my God, face first into the ladder.
Especially considering all the trash talking untold that's been going on behind the scenes. I don't want to reveal my sources, but let's just say there's been some pretty harsh words being tossed around.
He wants to do this in the ring. I don't know who your sources are, Corey, but it wouldn't surprise me at all.
You see Jeff Hardy up there getting the titles, and I think we might see the same thing what happened the first matchup.
Dominant the champ has been of late. When you're that good, you have every right to blow your chest out a little bit.
Jeff Hardy taking his time, trying to figure out how to get the title off the rug, and the Hardys win the titles. Are still AEW tag team champs.
These guys were awesome. Let's take another look.
In another ladder match that wasn't very exciting. Like I said, it still played out to the Hardys' favors. The Hardys still have their tag team gold.
Big win here in tag team action tonight.
As you see the crowd clapping on the beat with the Hardys theme song. Guess Chavo Guerrero and Ted DiBiase had the wrong stipulation going into the match. But coming up next is that NXT championship on the line. Andrade Cien Almas versus the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. We're back, and some of these matches have not lived up to the hype what we thought it would have been, but it's alright. We got more matches along this long match card of Battle of the Brands. But hopefully this match sightens up everybody, because this is a rematch from NXT TakeOver Japan. And here comes Andrade, Cien Almas, and the business associate Zelina Vega right in his corner. Andrade only faced Sheamus once, and he's falling down to the Celtic Warrior like many people have done. And oh, the pyro, that might have won. My God, I don't know how Zelina Vega gonna get spooked by the pyro right there, but Andrade coming in with some pyro to enter his first Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Second Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Andrade claiming that the first match against Sheamus wasn't supposed to go and planned like that, as they was in a Hell in a Cell. You didn't see no Zelina Vega ringside, and he lost in under 4 minutes. Only took one bro kick to end Andrade, and it's been taking one bro kick to end anyone that steps in Sheamus's path. Andrade, former NXT champion of his own. But the way it looks like, I don't think no one is going to be kicking the crown or kicking Sheamus off top of the mountain. And here comes the Celtic Warriors. Now the lights gone out, and you know what time it is. It's time for an Irish fella to walk down to the ring. Sheamus has been running through the NXT locker room, guy after guy. Anyone who steps up to this NXT champion has just been falling down. But can Sheamus beat that record of Finn Balor, 292 days? Sheamus stopped the hot run of Adam Cole, taking the title away from him at Royal Rumble. And ever since Sheamus has taken in the challenge and just dethroned the competition, they can't dethrone Sheamus. But who can is the question. Sheamus said he would end almost everybody's day in the NXT locker room as he does. He did the Baron Corbin. He did the Andrade. But one man who defeated him and that he has defeated, Wade Barrett, who is his next official #1 contender at the next NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. And after this show, we did hear that Triple H said he will be here in a matter of 2 weeks. But, you know, he showed up on the start of a show one time, but that doesn't matter. He's going to introduce us to the next where NXT TakeOver is going to be.
The challenger from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215
Last time we had this match, and last time we saw Zelina Vega ringside, these two almost beat the living hell out of each other. Is Zelina Vega maybe the problem ringside, or is just the way that she talks towards the competition for Andrade?
Weighing in at 267 pounds, he is the NXT champion, the Celtic
And you see the look on Sheamus' face. And Sheamus does not like defending his title going into Money in the Bank. He wasn't even told until the day of today, walking into the building. He had to go prepare for his match, getting ready to give his title away. But will this be the last time he has the title off? We will see the title back. Andrade versus Sheamus, NXT TakeOver Japan rematch here in Baltimore, Maryland. How has everyone been enjoying Money in the Bank? We still got the men's side coming up. We still got to find out who Shayna Baszler's facing. Referee rings the bell for this NXT Championship matchup here. And Andrade right out the gate, couple chops to Sheamus, and Sheamus comes with a chop in the belly to belly. And Sheamus just raining fist on the forehead of Andrade. You kind of see the chop mark on Sheamus' chest from Andrade. I mean, this must have been a very, very hard chop right there. Now maybe a suplex. No, with a knee. And oh my God, Sheamus gets clothesline out the ring, outside in front of the Spanish commentary table. And the Russian commentary tables. Like I said, we up here in the Skybox.
This might be one of those rare instances
AEW, NXT.
I know it sounds odd, but it really seems like the champ is up
face first. Oh my God, go Sheamus on the hit, the announce table. Face first again. Andrade showing so much effort and wanting to win, and referees at a count of 5.
He may have to start reevaluating his game plan. You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare, we have seen the challenger head into the match as the heavy favorite. Bruno Sammartino challenging.
Andrade now has Sheamus up in the ring, and look at that chop mark just getting bigger throughout the matchup. That chop might have really got to Sheamus. See Sheamus going out the ring, getting some breathing air. Back in the ring he goes. Now turns Andrade around, delivers a belly-to-back suplex with a hard land in front of Andrade, and now Andrade gets taken to the corner. Oh no, misses that clothesline to the back, delivers the elbow to the bridge of the nose of Sheamus, now taking Sheamus harder to the corner. The Celtic Warrior, when he arrived to NXT, we all thought it was a ghost, a white ghost. That you see how now Andrade goes up and over after the reversal by Sheamus. Sheamus challenged Adam Cole right away at the Royal Rumble. They met, and we know what happened after that. Sheamus had been having a great reign since his talk about the night Sheamus had at the Royal Rumble, winning the NXT titles, going for the first pinfall of this matchup. You know, only gets 1.5 count, maybe 1 3/4. Andrade comes with a reversal, turns Sheamus inside out using his leg.
As we say in the trade, guys, the monitor area in the locker room is likely sold out for this one. As there are
Sheamus gets knocked off the apron here.
Interest in the outcome of this match.
Sheamus definitely in a tough spot now. He's always ready for a fight.
Both these men outside the ring, and what's Andrade looking to do? Oh no, Sheamus with a reversal, big punch to the gut hit. Now a belly to belly out there on the floor. Oh my God, that's not a tough, well, not a great spot to land at.
There are several competitors on the roster.
Referee's at a count of 5, and Sheamus getting ready to bounce Andrade's head off the apron.
Here tonight.
And with that in mind, regardless of their personal
now throws Andrade in the ring.
The last thing they want to do is
Andrade bouncing, got his head bounced out. Now a chop by Sheamus, and what a right, what a left by Andrade. Irish whip on the ropes now.
Down he goes. That'll do it every time. Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line.
Now Andrade's going out on the apron now, going top rope. What is he thinking? Oh, Sheamus catches him. And what Sheamus thinking here? Sheamus puts him up on his shoulder. He's looking for, oh my God, Sheamus on the second rope. Oh my God!
I think this crowd knows
white noise off the second rope. Sheamus lifts up Andrade. Oh my God! Irish curse backbreaker. Over and over a third time.
Massive Irish curse backbreakers. That has got to be it.
Sheamus going for a pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and Sheamus is still the NXT champion. Sheamus making quick work like he did at NXT TakeOver Japan, and I guess that's what you put a champion in the match when he just arrives to the building.
And here's the last piece of the puzzle.
Sheamus has no one on the NXT roster to stop him. Sheamus happily taking the NXT title. Snatching it from the referee. Sheamus the reigning, defending NXT champion here at Money in the Bank. And what a night is maybe been here for, I guess, AEW, NXT. And oh, wait a minute. Jim and Taj may not know this music. Oh, look at this. Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, Sheamus. Oh, my. Brawling in the middle of the ring. No. You see the referees running him down to the ring. That's these two still brawling at it. Sheamus and Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, who's the next challenger to Sheamus' title. But coming up next is the women's Money in the Bank matchup. You see the women, Ripley, Jax, Bayley, Asuka, and Ember Moon. Which one of these 5 women are leaving Baltimore with a briefcase? We'll find out coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we're ready to crown a women's Money in the Bank winner. Here comes former NXT UK NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley had made a debut after leaving NXT on AEW and had a few matches, and now she's went up in the qualifying match to make herself in this match right here. Now it may not be as many women as it is in the men, but it'll do. And as one of these women are going to leave as champ, well, I mean,
the irresistible force.
And here comes
one of the most dominant women in WWE history. Physically unparalleled in the women's division, Nia Jax has imposed her will on everyone.
Nia Jax, excuse me.
The ring is opposition. An incredible pedigree for success for Nia Jax.
Nia Jax, the woman who was responsible in taking out and here comes the Empress of Tomorrow from Monday Night Raw. The first women to win the Women's Royal Rumble, Asuka, one of the most dominant women in this women's revolution right now after a very, very long streak of how many days I can't remember, but we all know the woman was to stop it. Asuka looking to maybe climb up and be the Empress in the Bank. And here comes former SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become a 2-time Women's in the Money in the Bank winner? We all know Bayley and Another one of those names, Alexa Bliss, who was off on injury. Last time we've ever seen Alexa in the ring was against Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler put the ankle lock on her so many times, and we don't see no Deonna Purrazzo with Bayley, you know, the former best friend of the boss, Sasha Banks.
I can't think of a better match to kick the night off, Michael. In fact, we haven't even gotten started yet, and I can assure you that this will be a tough match to follow.
Here comes the War Goddess. Her entrance is just as unique as her offensive playbook.
And here comes NXT's own Ember Moon making her way down to the ring. We've seen Ember Moon also be on NXT, making a few appearances here and there. But she's also been in the match with Asuka, who's in the ring. You know that great match they had at NXT TakeOver. But one of these 5 women from AEW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown are going to be winning. We're still going to figure out or wondering who is going to be Shayna Baszler's opponent. As we saw Charlotte, she was just in the ring on AEW staring at Shayna. Now she came to compete in the matchup, needed surgery on the arm. The referee rings the bell. Ember Moon goes after Rhea Ripley. Bayley wisely going out the ring. So does Asuka. Nia Jax is following Asuka. Bayley's the first one to bring in the ladder in the ring. Saw a deep sit by Rhea Ripley. Now Bayley and Asuka go at it. Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax gets clothesline outside the ring. Nia Jax.
Here we go. Back inside the ring. Oh, nasty impact.
Saw the reversal by Bayley. Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax on the outside fighting Asuka and Ember Moon. Bayley in the ring face first to the. Hey, look at Asuka. Look at Asuka going up early to the briefcase. Asuka and Nia Jax slides in the ring. Look at Rhea Ripley trying to use all the strength she has. Oh my God! Ember Moon, well not Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, Bayley pushed the ladder down. It was a big fall for Nia Jax and Asuka.
Harsh impact.
This has been a night on Money in the Bank here in Baltimore. Still to come. We still have the Raw and SmackDown side. We have the Miz and Morrison defending their titles against the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole versus CM Punk. And what a reverse by Rhea Ripley. Irish Rip and a big boot connecting the face of Bayley. And you see Nia Jax, Ember Moon outside. What a chin breaker.
This might slow her down, Cole, but don't
taking down Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley has the ladder in her hand, setting it up, and Bayley comes attacking her. Here comes Asuka in the ring, and Nia Jax delivers some elbows to the midsection of Ember Moon. Bayley rolls out the ring, comes sliding back in the ring, going after Asuka, but Asuka saw that coming. Rhea Ripley with the ladders walking around Ember Moon. Ember Moon delivers some strikes to the bridge in the nose of Nia Jax. What a strike in the clothesline to Asuka from Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley gets thrown on the apron and it gets knocked off by Ember Moon. And Bayley gets arm dragged by Asuka. Nia Jax is going after the ladder. And as Bayley clotheslines Asuka out the ring and hits her with the ladder. Nia Jax is the only woman in the ring. Nia Jax is now going up. Bayley's up to her feet now. Bayley, oh, look at Bayley, and Nia Jax going after the briefcase. Nia Jax is trying to unhook the briefcase. Bayley's trying to push the ladder down. Here comes Rhea Ripley from AEW. Both women on the ladders from AEW. Rhea Ripley with the strong punches, and Amber Moon and Bayley pushed the ladder down. Oh my God, Rhea Ripley had a huge fall. Amber Moon and Bayley striking at it. Look at Bayley with the elbow. Bayley tried to go for a move, but no. Amber Moon gets picked up, and Asuka ruins that move for Nia Jax. Bayley and Asuka. Oh my God, what a kick. Asuka. What a hip attack by Asuka. And now a headbutt into the back of the head by Nia Jax. All women are down. What a leg drop. Nia Jax taking control of this matchup. Nia Jax
is in trouble. Corey mentioned it half-jokingly earlier, but it's a good point to bring up. Each time WWE comes into a town, we infuse thousands of dollars into the local community.
Nia Jax gets sent to the corner here by Amber Moon. Now Amber gets put in the corner. Look at Asuka. Sneaky Asuka going up with a briefcase. Rhea Ripley on her heels to stop her. And Amber Moon gets thrown into the ladder, which makes Asuka falls off the ladder. Rhea Ripley. What's Ripley thinking? Oh, I thought Ripley was going to do a suplex into the ladder. Rhea Ripley now has the ladder in hand. Hitting that Asuka, who is down but doesn't see Bayley, who is behind her. And now Bayley with a double kick into the jaw of Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax rolling outside the ring. Look at Amber Moon celebrating. And oh my God, Rhea Ripley just throwing Bayley across the ring. And look at Rhea Ripley get fired up. Two clotheslines, dunk under that clothesline, and a flying clothesline by Rhea Ripley, taking down the former Mrs. Money in the Bank winner. Bayley taking down Rhea Ripley with that arm drag, and Amber Moon trying to hit a solar eclipse maybe on Asuka, but she rolls out the ring, and Bayley throws Rhea Ripley on the apron, gets Irish whipped into the ropes here.
I really can't believe what's gone down.
Bayley now has Amber Moon in the headlock. Chin breaker by Bayley. Rhea Ripley comes back into the ring. Rhea Ripley goes behind Bayley, but that was bad news for her. She gets some elbows into the face. And now Rhea Ripley's throwing Bayley out the ring. Rhea Ripley takes down Nia Jax with a running STO. And Rhea Ripley is the only woman in the ring right now. Ripley, oh look at Nia Jax, quickly got up to her feet. I didn't realize it. And Rhea Ripley's going for the briefcase. Nia Jax is climbing the ladder, and here comes Nia Jax. Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley fighting high up in the air on top of the ladder. Amber Moon, Bayley just fighting outside. Rhea Ripley gets knocked off the ladder. Look at Nia Jax going for the briefcase. She may be becoming Miss Money in the Bank. And Nia Jax is Mrs. Money in the Bank. Nia Jax wins her first briefcase in her career. Nia Jax now gets to go to AEW. Nia Jax gets to take that briefcase to AEW and now gets to cash it in on a vacant women's AEW women's title. But is she gonna wait till someone gets the title, or she's gonna figure out a plan to cash that in later down the line? And again, she has 1 year. Nia Jax, the winner of the women's side. And now it's time for the main event of the NXT and AEW side. We know that Charlotte cannot compete tonight, but who is taking Charlotte's spot? Coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We were supposed to have a champion versus champion match. Charlotte versus Shayna, but Charlotte was injured, and now Shayna Baszler is making her way down to the ring, smiling as Shayna Baszler, she didn't do nothing to
She is the real deal. One of the original 4 horsewomen.
Shayna Baszler, no, walking into this matchup may be a breeze, but she was preparing for Charlotte. She was prepared for anyone else. The NXT Women's Champion has arrived. The Money in the Bank. But we await who's the mystery opponent. We heard that Triple H and Christian traded people for AEW to get a woman and replace Charlotte, but we're going to figure out who is going to be, who's the new woman on AEW. Are you kidding? Alexa Bliss has made her return to the squared circle. Last time we saw Alexa, she had an ankle injury, losing to Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver Japan. Seems like she recovered from that ankle injury. Is now going to be on the AEW roster. Alexa Bliss may be looking some revenge in this matchup as she's facing a person that put her at action for. She was supposed to be out for 2 to 3 months. She came back and under that. Shayna Baszler versus Alexa Bliss to end the night off. Referee rings the bell for the last.
Superstars coming to this matchup with a lot to prove. The only thing that would make this match more enjoyable to watch would be if I was calling it without you two bozos interrupting me.
We reached the top of the hour a little over 2 minutes ago. This main event that seems to be popping right now, and Alexa gets lifted up in the air, slammed on the mat, and big kick to the back by Shayna Baszler. And now what a strike by Alexa. Now they tie up here, and Shayna pushes her off. What a knee by Shayna Baszler. The cage spider. Shayna told Alexa she was going to strip that title away from her and maybe end her career. She almost did. Like I said maybe earlier, if you didn't watch NXT, Shayna Baszler changes her fight up every time she enters the ring. What is she looking for this matchup here in Baltimore? The title's not on the line. She did. The elbows by Alexa now takes down Shayna. And, oh my God, the throat going against the third rope down there.
Guys, we've come a long way since the first ever WWE pay-per-view, which was actually the Wrestling Classic, and you'll recover here.
And now Alexa going for the first pinfall, and now Alexa doesn't want to end this. Lifts up the head of Shayna Baszler, now picks her up, and that might have been a bad move with an arm drag by Shayna Baszler. Shayna now with a vicious kick across the face. My Lord, I'm gonna took out some teeth, or loosened some teeth up. Now Shayna gets put in the corner by Alexa, turns her around and misses the drop kick. The last match over the NXT and AEW side here.
It was the Wrestling Classic, and it featured a 16-man tournament, which was ultimately won by the Junkyard Dog.
Now Alexa dragging Shayna away from the ropes, going for a pinfall. And the referee, come on, ref. 1, and no, Shayna Baszler kicks out.
Years later, I still get goosebumps when I watch a WWE pay-per-view. It takes me back to when I was a kid. My friends would come over and watch WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
Beautiful technique.
Irish whip by Alexa. And oh my God, Alexa moves out the way. Knee first to the turnbuckle and the Hurricane Rana by newly required AEW roster member Alexa Bliss.
Youngsters in attendance who will undoubtedly look back at this night with great fondness, much like Byron did when he watched WWE pay-per-views in his youth.
Elbows after elbows by Alexa. Now a knee to the kidney of Shayna, and she put more pressure on the back there.
Alexa's just plain scary when she gets going like this. This might be it. Oh my.
Knees to the gut. We haven't seen this from Alexa for a long time. Let's go for another pinfall. This matchup. 1, 2, and now a kick out at 2.
Might have slipped there, Cole. When she gets in attack mode, look out.
And Shayna Baszler may be in the heat for trouble. Kick it to the gut. Alexa Bliss. DDT to Shayna Baszler. Queen of Spades going for the cover. 2, and now a kick out.
More durable than she looks, guys.
That DDT seemed to put Shayna Baszler away. Shayna still in this matchup. Alexa with a chop to Shayna and delivers a neck breaker. Oh my God.
Could be it. Oh no, this isn't going to end well.
And now Shayna Baszler getting her knees drove into the mat here. Now Shayna kicking off Alexa. Now has Alexa to her feet. Irish whip to the turnbuckle here. Shayna Baszler looking to get some momentum in this matchup. Puts on the top rope. What is
Shayna Baszler making her move?
Shayna Baszler with Shayna the strength. Look at Shayna on the second rope. Getting ready to throw Alexa over her head. What a gut wrench slam off the second rope here now. Shayna maybe looking for the cure, for the clutch. She put so many people to sleep with this. And yeah, no, Alexa fighting back with a big punch into the gut. And now it's Alexa thinking here, Miss Little Bliss. Take it down, Shayna. And now she's running to the top rope. We may be experiencing Twisted Bliss here. Here we go on to the top rope. Twisted Bliss on the Shayna Baszler. Alexa Bliss, all she has to do is go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss with a return and knocking off Shayna Baszler. What a return for Miss Bliss. She's also a former Money in the Bank winner. What a night this has been as we're getting ready for Raw and SmackDown side of Money in the Bank. Hope you enjoyed NXT and AEW as the newly required AEW member Alexa Bliss wins.
She's taking care of business. If you don't enjoy watching her perform, there's something seriously wrong.
Well, this is Bruno Ronaldo, Nigel McGuinness. We have fun with Jim Ross and Taz. Unless you want to be at her hand raised again. We enjoy this as get ready to prepare for watching the great matches on SmackDown on Raw side. We'll talk to you. We'll see you on our next shows. Good night, everybody.